What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with it, man? Polo Sports Talking ENT, man. I'm up in here, man. Uh, hit that like, hit the sub, also hit the comment as well, and hit the notifications too. What's up, Redcon? I see you in here, man. I see you in this bitch, man. Hadn't seen you in a minute. It's all good though. We still bringing that flame. We still bringing that fire around here. Hope everybody doing all right. I know I'm feeling wonderful, like always, man. Just got done working out. Uh, Now I'm kind of damn near out of breath and shit, but I'll wait for y'all to get up in here and we're gonna go ahead and dive into this thing because we got a few things to talk about. Don't get it misconstrued. The title is more than what the title and the thumbnail is more than what we're gonna talk about though. So I'll give y'all a minute to get in. If ain't nobody in here, then you know me, man. I'm gonna tackle it. I'm gonna tackle this shit regardless. All right, now a couple things that I wanna address before I get started. I want to give a shout out to one of my new subscribers. Her name is Lily Lily Valdez again. Uh, I want to thank you for showing love and support to the channel, and I hope you enjoy and appreciate the content. I also want to send a shout out to my subs that pulled up yesterday before the live stream. Uh, I want to thank everybody that had pulled up, show love and support, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate every bit of love, man. Even if it's commenting, man. Even if it's pulling up every now and then, man. It's all good, man. I appreciate all the love, man, and definitely salute back to you. Now, look, everybody got to realize, man, that uh, Patrick Beverly was the one that won that game yesterday. He won the game. Matter of fact, he the first couple games he actually could have won the game. Okay, but yesterday was just the tipping point and the icing on the cake. Yeah, I know Paul George had 27 points. I get all that. Okay, and I understand that Terrence Mann did his thing too. Okay, but psychologically, psychologically, Pat Bev was a pest to Devin Booker. Devin Booker just got taken out of his game. He only scored 15 points, and that's not Devin Booker because to go from a 40-point triple double, then go a little bit lower, and then after that, now you at 15, figuring it out. Tyronn Lue, as much hell as we give him, and as much criticism as he takes, Tyronn Lue did an awesome job yesterday. Okay, now from what I saw, I was getting ready to say that in like the second or third quarter, I thought that they were getting ready to let them back in the game, but they did not let it. They did not let up. See, Patrick Beverly, what you have to realize, man, everybody talks about numbers, analytics, and how many steals somebody got, or how many points somebody got, or how many rebounds and stuff like that. Sometimes that is not needed. It's not needed. As Mark Jackson said, the stuff that don't show up on the stat sheet, it's really not needed. In Pat Bev's case, he only played 27 minutes too. That was enough to set the tone. He sets the tone every game, being the pest, chasing D Book around, getting up under his skin. Because that, I mean, as a defender, that's really what you want to do. You want to get up under. You want to be a tenacious defender, and that's what he is. That's what he is. Everybody wants a Pat Bev on their team. Okay, I know I sure hell do, but they don't want to play against him because he's going to wreak havoc and he's going to be a nightmare. He's fearless and he don't need a lot of offense. Now he took a lot of criticism because people were saying, okay, well he needs to do a better job, with playmaking and all this other stuff. Look, Pat Bev is not going to be any more than what he is, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that as long as he has the heart and the hunger to fight and to get up under the opponent, the opposition, the opposing guard's skin, or whoever he's guarding, because he guards big people too. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. We don't need him. We don't need him to do any more than what he's doing. And see, Tyronn Lue, he see that's see Tyronn Lue pisses you off. He really pisses you off. He'll piss you off to the point where it's like, damn man, it's like you absolutely want to fire him. But then again, you praise this man because you're like, damn, why didn't you do this shit a long time ago? Why didn't you figure this out a long time ago? Now, some people may have a different take in that, and that's okay because they were they were within reach the first two games, as I said last night on the stream uh, when I was doing the game. They were within reach the first game. They only lost by 6, and then of course the second game they lost by 1. So these are pretty much winnable games, and we all know what happened. With with the breakdown of the previous game. That was a choke job by PG-13. Now I know he played a decent game and everything. Paul George played a decent game, but it was Pat Bev that won that game. You could clearly see that he won that game. Okay, it was he won it mentally. From a mental standpoint, getting in the chest of the opposition. Look, I don't sit here and criticize Pat Bev for not being, the best playmaker or a pure point guard or anything like that because that's what they got Rondo on the floor for. They got Rondo for that. Okay, Pat Bev, yes, he's listed as a point guard, but really, in essence, he's just a tenacious defender. Uh, and I'm willing to say this too. Pat Bev could have played in the 80s. He could have played in the 80s. He could have survived in the 80s. And that's the style. That's the style. I don't say 90s. I'll say 80s because 80s was even more physical. Okay, but Pat Bev, man, I got to take my hats off to him. Dead homie. That's what they call him. And a lot of people don't realize that Pat Bev, he was a scorer. He was a scorer in college. He was a scorer in college, straight out of the south side of Chicago. As a matter of fact, his mentor was Arthur Agee. It was Arthur Agee from the movie Hoop Dreams. And if y'all don't know what Hoop Dreams is, go look it up. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube now. It's on video. It's a documentary about two guys that were about to, they were chasing the dream of going to the NBA, and they were running the south side of Chicago in terms of basketball. But anyway, that's not what this is about. I'm not going to stray away from the topic. Patrick Beverly needs to be shown more respect for what he did. Listen, I get that Paul George he put up 27. Yeah, that was great, and one can argue that Terrence Mann was just as important because Terrence Mann Terrence Mann didn't let up. He stayed in the fight, and he hit it. He was making some shots down the stretch uh, that really propelled the game. Like when Zubac had came in and tried to dunk the ball, he came right there and was right behind Zubac for the offensive rebound. It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that that a lot of people don't see, but they'll see. Oh, okay. Well, Paul George he scored 27 points, or Reggie Jackson put up this amount of points or something like that, or he hit the three. No, you need to look at the other intangibles and the stuff that that are very that go like really past over people's heads that nobody pays attention to. You know, Pat Bev won that game yesterday, plain and simple. He won the game, uh, and to me, the Clippers now they are in position. They are in position uh, to actually come back because now we've opened the floodgates, and Ty Lue has figured out a way to try to contain Booker. And yes, he may score, but Patrick Bev is going to make it difficult for him. And he might get 30 next game. You never know. Because you can't go to sleep on a player like Booker. But Patrick Beverly sure hell is going to make it hard. He's going to make it real hard. Now, my question is this: How many people? How many people are actually going to believe that the Clippers are going to win this series now? I mean, you still have Aiden. He gave you 18 and 9. We all understand that. Aiden is going to get his. Aiden is the one primarily that was keeping them in it. They really don't have too big of an answer. But I'm impressed by the way that the Clippers play. They're doing it. They're the basketball version of the Ravens, if that makes any sense. They remind me of Detroit somewhat, not fully, somewhat. Okay, of the '04 Pistons team. Okay, where they would lock you down. They had guys that could play good interior defense, good perimeter defense, and then also you had guys on there that could hit shots. That's what they remind me of, the '04 Pistons. Hey, look, people might get mad when I say this, but they can actually win the championship. I mean, Phoenix can win the championship too. Both of them can. Both of them can. But see, you have a problem. You have a problem. You have a conflict now. They have figured out how to get into Booker's head. Everybody knows that Devin Booker is he's not mentally strong. Okay, he's not mentally strong, and he's not mentally. He still needs to grow up a little bit. I'm not knocking his talent at all because he's one of the best shooters right now. I should say best scorers in the game right now. But if you could take a guy out mentally, man, that that does your team a lot of justice. That does your team a lot of justice. I like the fact that, see, in these games, what people aren't realizing is how aggressive he's playing from jump start. Pat Beverly, you would think that, and I didn't understand that one foul that they called on Nicholas Batum. That was another thing. I don't understand why they called a foul on Nicholas Batum when they were about to inbound the ball. I think I forgot who he was covering, but I didn't under. I think yeah, it was Chris Paul. It was CP3. I didn't understand that call. I mean that to me was kind of odd, but that's neither here nor there. You gotta like the way that the Clippers played. You have to love. You have to love the way that they played. Uh, One of the other things that we got to address too is if Ty Lue is going to continue not playing Boogie, because Boogie didn't play, and he kept up. He kept up with this lineup that he had. He kept this lineup that he had. Patrick Beverly was the one that hands down he won the series. If they win the whole thing, he won the series. He's responsible. It kind of reminds me of, I think I was talking to someone a while back, and we were talking about the '96 finals with the Chicago Bulls and the Seattle Supersonics. Okay, Phil Jackson had realized that okay, we got trouble on our hands with Sean Kemp. Okay, and Sean Kemp is such a dangerous scorer. He's he could get it. He could get in. He could get in there. He's freakish athletic, and the Bulls were kind of struggling with him. To be quite honest with you, however, it was Dennis Rodman that was able to control the paint, put a body on Kemp, and also play perimeter defense as well. He was able to do those things, and when he did do that, oh man, it to me that's what won the series. And this to me it's the same situation. Because I mean, let's just be honest though. When Booker put up a 40-point triple double and they were up 2-0, people were already. I was saying it to I had to ask questions if it was going to be a gentleman's sweep. You had to ask questions if it was going to be a gentleman's sweep. But now we have a series on our hands. Somehow, some way, Ty Lue always pulls something out of his bag. He always pulls something out of his bag. I think you're starting to get the feel that okay, Ty Lue, he'll study the team, study how they play, look for their weaknesses, look for their strengths, and then somehow, some way, he'll come back and he'll ultimately end up winning the series, just like he did with the Mavericks. I got to give a shout out. I got to give a shout out to both of them. I love the way that Patrick Bev got inside of Devin Booker's head. That's what you wanted to see. You know. My question is this though. This is another question that I have. If you take away Devin Booker, who is going to step up now? Because it can't be Aiden doing all the work. He can only do so much. But many people don't want to admit this, but they need Devin Booker. They need Devin Booker to have a good game in order to be some at least somewhat competitive. You take away that scoring. That's it. That's it. And Dan Homie, man, see, he's blue collar. He doesn't worry about scoring. He doesn't worry about being popular and pretty and all that other stuff. That's why I've always liked him. He's a real gritty player. He's like the Tony Allens. He's like He's like the um, you know, the Dennis Rodman back in the day. He's like the Bruce Bowens, the PJ Tuckers, even the Draymond Green to a certain extent. Guys that don't mind doing the little things, and you need somebody like that on your team. And I'm pretty sure he heard the noise. I'm pretty sure he heard the criticism all the time. Oh, Patrick Beverly, he's not a playmaker. Oh, Patrick Beverly, he's not a pure point guard. Oh, Patrick Beverly, he's not this and he's not that. Hey, he's in the NBA for a reason. He's in the NBA for a reason. Just let that sink in. He's in the NBA for a reason. Another thing is that I noticed that the triangle for the Clippers are really it's really starting to flex its muscle. Now I had my questions. I had my questions and my doubts about it in the beginning, especially with Dallas, because I was like, wow, are they sure that they should have picked you know uh, the triangle offense to work? But it's proven that it's working right now. It's proven that it's working right now. And a lot of people are disappointed that the Clippers won. Hey, I'm not disappointed at all, but they really don't want the Clippers to win. A lot of the Lakers fans, they don't want the Clippers fans to win. I don't even think they want to show them any respect. People want the Clippers to lose so bad, but I'm not one of them guys. I, Listen, they are shorthanded. They don't have Kawhi. If they win, man, that's gonna be real remarkable. That is gonna be Everybody is gonna know that the Clippers are gonna currently be that king of LA right now. They're pretty much gonna they're gonna make a whole entire culture change in terms of the two teams in LA. And I don't think that the Clippers fans, I just don't think that they want to settle for less. They want to win the chip. Jay West, when he took over, he has turned it around now through trial and error. That they were talking about it last night. All their failures. Of course, what they went through. Uh, decade after decade of coming up short, and then finally they're able to get a team, uh, that was somewhat competitive when it came to the brothers, uh, when it came to Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles. They were athletic, but you saw it was starting to kind of turn the corner a little bit, but it didn't turn the corner. And then they were able to move the pieces, get in position somewhat. Then they ended up getting Lob City. They got Lob City with, of course, Blake and CP3 and DeAndre Jordan and all that. And they kept, they were doing good. They were talented. Some people might argue that they could have actually went to the finals, actually got to a championship. But there you have again, there was the curse, as my boy for TV. Shout out to him too. I think he called it the Clippers curse. I was saying that about just Chris Paul. I never called it the Clippers curse though, but it made sense because they were always They were always coming up short. Uh, something something always prevented them from making it. Something always prevented them from making it. I don't I don't see anything happening to where the games are gonna truly like get out of hand, or if if they sit there and they do that chess move, what they have been doing with Pat Beverly chasing Booker all over the place, the Clippers can win the series. They can absolutely win the series, and I don't know. I don't quite know if they're gonna make it to the finals, but if they do make the finals, if they end up facing the Bucks, because I say I don't know because you gotta. I'm not going to sleep on Atlanta neither. I'm definitely not gonna go to sleep on Atlanta. I'm not going to sleep on them. If they face a team like a hungry team, either or, like Atlanta or Milwaukee, that's gonna be a good series. Now, this is in reference to what I said yesterday. You have to love basketball like this. You have to love basketball like this. Nobody wants to hear about one team, one player all the time. Nobody wants to hear that. I know at least I don't. It gets boring to me. I get tired of hearing it. I get tired of hearing it. Uh, it gets on my nerves. I I wouldn't even mind seeing it. Okay, like a Phoenix versus Atlanta finals. I want to see something like that. But the fans and marketing and the media, people like that, they want to see, they want to see, the Lakers and LeBron year after year after year after year. They want to see, Golden State year after year after year after year. It used to, and people don't realize that Golden State, they, man, a lot of people didn't even pay attention to Golden State like that. I did. I paid attention to them. I actually used to I liked them when they had Young Weber. I liked them when they had Latrell Sprewell. I liked them when they had Chris Mullin. I liked them when they had Tim Hardaway. I used to like Golden State a lot. Even when they had Mitch Richmond. I used to like Golden State a lot before they came. Uh, what was that? Like the Splash Brothers and Dub City and all that stuff. I used to like watching them, come down with the athletic because they weren't all about threes and all that. You had Tim Hardaway who was the who had the killer crossover. You had Latrell Sprewell. Latrell Sprewell was like a beast in his prime. Before, well, when he was younger, he could really score. I enjoyed watching Latrell Sprewell, and then of course you had Chris Mullin. I used to like Chris Mullin. He had like a funny looking game, but nevertheless he could score. You know, I don't know. I don't think that Pat Bev and Dad Homie, whatever you want to call him, I don't think he's getting enough credit, man. And I think it's sad that everybody they still talk about. I know other people that really know basketball. They they're talking about Pat Beverly and how he won the game. They're talking about a guy like. But for the people that don't know basketball, they're gonna say, okay, well, yeah, Paul George was responsible. He was fully responsible for winning the game. When that is really not the case. That's really not the case. You know. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. Ty Lue, if it's not broke, don't fix it, man. Just leave it alone. Just leave it like it is. Make a few adjustments here and there, but you don't need to do any more than what you've been doing. Because if I see something, that's I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna capitalize upon it. And they capitalize. If they capitalize on using Pat Bev as that secret weapon, so to speak, they got all the pieces. They got all the pieces. I'm not necessarily saying that they're gonna win the whole thing, but there's a good possibility that they could. My question would be is if they face the team not necessarily like Atlanta, but what if they face the team like a Milwaukee? That's what would be my question. What would they do there? Who would be able to stop Giannis? Who would be able to stop a guy like Lopez? Lopez stops himself sometimes. Uh, he gets. It seems like he gets slower and slower every year. But when he was younger, Lopez could really score in the post. So that's another thing. He actually had more points in the post of one game than he did 3 pointers. But I like how this is going, man. I like where the Clippers are going. I like the fact that they are um, trying to turn the corner. Yeah, it was a chess move, blackface. Yeah, it was a chess move. It was a real big chess move. And see, people have been doubting not only Ty Lue, but they've been doubting Patrick Beverly, dead homie, for quite some time. When they picked up Rondo, just 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 man, all this backlash that Pat Bev got, they just act like this guy hasn't been a warrior to this organization. Pat Bev has been nothing but a solid guy to the organization. Now, I don't like some of his antics. Like I don't like when he what he did to Westbrook. I thought that was kind of that was dirty. But hey, he's a human being. Stuff like that happens. But just the fact that that Pat Bev is able to chase a guy like Booker around for 40 plus minutes and hold this guy down to only 15 points, that shows you what type of intellect he has. Because make no mistake about it, Patrick Beverly is a smart psychological player that can get under the skin of the opponent. You would dog Pat Bev? You crazy? Nah, I don't think. Hey, you know what? I don't think you would dog Pat Bev, Mike. Man, Pat Bev, man, he's really aggressive, bro. But yeah, Pat Bev was responsible for winning that game. For all the praise that they give, Paul George and all these other guys that could score, if they wouldn't have took Devin Booker out of that game, Phoenix probably would have won because he was clearly under Devin Booker's skin. Devin Booker was getting frustrated. He was getting mad. He tried to contain it. Yeah, you'll take him straight to the post, and then you're gonna strip the ball from you really, really quick. You know, hey, Mike, he's a tenacious defender, man. Like that type of defense right there, that's how you play. Hey, listen. Hey, look, Mike. I put it like this: you would like to have a guy in Pat Bev on the Lakers, wouldn't you? Well, I don't know. I don't know, Mike. Hey, I put it to you like this: when I play 1-on-1, I don't even like calling fouls. I put it to you like this: my hands are super strong. Okay, all right. Oh, you wish you was a Laker blackface? Yeah. See, you need hey, Mike. Y'all need a guy like that. Hey, y'all need a guy. Y'all need a pest. Every team, every good championship team had a pest. Think about it, Mike. Every championship team had a pest on the team. Vernon Maxwell, he was a pest for Michael Jordan and all these other guards. Okay. Dennis Rodman, he was a pest for everybody on the Detroit Pistons squad. Michael Cooper was a pest. Kurt Rambis was a pest for the Lakers. If you know your Lakers history. Bruce Bowen was a pest for the San Antonio Spurs. Did I keep going? Ben Wallace. I mean, he wasn't a pest, but you were gonna have hell. You were gonna have hell to pay once you came to the rack when you played in that 04 team. That's who this team reminds me of. The 04 Pistons. The 04 Pistons minus a Rasheed Wallace. They don't and minus Mr. Big Shot. They got guys that can hit shot and they play really really good to Nation D and everybody kind of knows their role. The only difference is that they got a superstar. Well, they got two superstars in Kawhi and Paul George. You said you putting Pat Bev in the same sentence with those guys. Uh, no. Yeah, I am. I am. He could play. Hey, Pat Bev could play in the '80s. Listen, let me tell you something, Mike. Uh, Dennis Rodman didn't want no accolades or none of that other stuff, man. He just wanted to go out and good play hard defense and win championships. Pat Bev don't want no attention or none of that other stuff. He just goes out there and he does his job. Bruce Bowen didn't want none of that stuff. He don't care about accolades and stuff like that. You know what he care about one accolade, and that's championship. That's why I want him on my team. If the Lakers had guys that were worried, that weren't worried about that, y'all would be winning. If we did, if we had a guy like we got a defender, and I would love to have him. I would love to have Patrick Beverly. I want a guy like that on my team. I want a guy like that on my team. Give him to me right now. I'll sign it. That hey, listen. I'll say this too, Mike. Hey, put it like this. At least I know Pat Bev can hit free throws. At least I know that nigga can hit free throws. So I got a guy that can play defense and he can hit free throws and he can hit the shot. You don't realize Pat Beverly can hit the three ball too. Give me Pat Beverly every day. And guess what, Mike? And guess what, Blackface? He only played 27 minutes. Yeah, right. Hey, you won't be saying that. Hey, Mike, you won't be saying that if you win a championship. I guarantee you that. If y'all get to the final, hey, because guess what? People were tripping when they signed Rondo. People were like, "Oh yeah, he's injury prone. He's not the same. Yada yada yada. All this other stuff." They were bashing Rondo, but guess what? Rondo was a big reason. I would say 60% of the reason why y'all won the championship last year. Rob Pelinka ain't stupid. You contradicting yourself, Mike. Just the other day you said Rob Pelinka don't know what he's doing. Which one is it, man? Just come on, man. Rondo is a champion. We're signing. Yeah, but hey, you would, but everybody else was like, nah. There was a lot of criticism. They were saying, oh, well, Rondo's old. Rondo can't do this. Rondo can't do that, and all this other stuff. I said no. Rondo. I said the same thing that you said, Mike. Rondo has a championship. He knows how to run the floor. Right. Rob Pelinka ain't stupid enough to sign Pat Bev. Polo, no, 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 no. Rob Pelinka wants to win. What are you talking about, hey, Mike? Are you serious? Hey, I guarantee you, if Pat Bev was available, every team would try to get a hold of Pat Bev. I guarantee you, I put money on that. You see, ain't nobody reaching out for Simmons. Nobody wanted Simmons. That's why they sent him to the development, the development, NBA development. Like it's a development camp, not the development league, not the G League, because nobody wanted him. Not even the USA squad wanted Ben Simmons because he can't hit the free throws. As a point guard, you have to hit the free throws. Even Pat Bev, he ain't no playmaker, but guess what? He played tenacious defense, which can disrupt another team's offense. He can hit the occasional shot, and he can get under the skin of the opponent. Mike, you don't know how important that is. If I could get in your head, oh man, I could win the game. You said Rob. You said Rob should have kept the same squad, minus minus a few changes here and there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Black Face, you touch on a great point. And Mike, listen to this. And Mike already said this too. When they got rid of JaVale, when they got rid of Dwight Howard, listen, I'm not gonna lie though, okay, that Howard situation was a contract situation. I, I'm I'm willing to say, you know what, I would have paid Howard his money. Yeah, he didn't. I mean, he deserved his money. I give him that. But the thing that they were looking at it is that Howard was ungrateful because Howard was he was out of the league. Nobody wanted him. But the Lakers franchise, which is one of the storied franchise, possibly the best franchise next to Boston in terms of championship, they gave him a chance. So they look at it like you needed us more than we needed you. That's what they looked at it as. Pat Pat Bev is a scrub on the no man, Mike. You don't know what you're talking about, man. You said Pat Bev is a scrub. If Pat Bev was a scrub, then how come he shut down D Book? Come on, man. You trying to look at all this offense. That's what you worried about him scoring 20 points and all that stuff. That's not what he's in there for. Nobody gets in the head. Um, hey, Mike, I'm telling you, Booker, you're right on that. Okay, Booker still needs to grow up. He let stuff get into his head so easily. Blackface. Booker is not mentally strong. They figured that out. Ty Lue figured that out. If they could get under his skin, be a pest to him, constantly annoy him, talk to him, tell him how he looks, teasing him, man, that dude is mentally weak. He was frustrated. Man, he was absolutely frustrating Booker last night. Booker didn't even want to shake nobody's hand. He didn't want to shake nobody's head. He walked to the locker room mad as hell yesterday. Everybody else shook everybody else's hand. That motherfucker was mad. Didn't want to shake nobody's hand. Crying like a little girl, mad. And I know Hitman X saw that. Shout out to Hitman X. Nah, my Pat is a solid defender. He made he made his money for the yeah. Hey, Mike. Hey, they pay that man to do one damn thing, right, Blackface? They pay him to do one fucking thing. I don't need you to do nothing else. I don't need you to do nothing else. But get on the damn court and shut that motherfucker down. That's it. He does his job. No more, no less. He don't need to do nothing else, Mike. Give it to Pat Bev. Stop letting him part you to Kobe would have murdered Pat Bev. I'm not gonna say Pat Bev, because you know Pat Bev did play against Kobe. You know he played against him in his younger years or whatever. Pat Bev said he loved guarding Kobe because it was a good test for him. Hey, you got to realize everybody, like the best defenders, Mike and Blackface, the best defenders love playing against these guys. They love playing against Michael Jordan. They love playing against Kobe Bryant. A lot of players, they love playing against a guy like a Hakeem Olajuwon, like a defender in the post or something like that. If he was a really great defender like Dennis Rodman, he used to love playing against a guy like Shaq because he was so dominant, and it was a challenge for him to see how can I stop this guy. It's a challenge for them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they want. They're not worried about scoring. Like Bruce Bowen, he said he said if I could stop a guy mentally, I've won the game. Like you have to understand that. So that's why they love playing. Like Tony Allen, he used to love playing against Kobe Bryant. Rajon Rondo, he used to he loved playing against LeBron James because he felt like, okay, if I could stop this guy, man, that's it. Pat Bev got killed every time. By what? Who? By Kobe? Nah, Pat Bev, he held his own. You gotta realize though, he was younger then. He was younger then. It was before he started to emerge. You know, you gotta realize they were in the West, so they were gonna see each other quite a bit. But what about when Pat Bev played against LeBron and he was on the island by himself and got the ball stripped at the last seconds? You don't look at stuff like that, do you, Mike? Isolation play. He was on the island by himself, and Pat Bev lock LeBron up. Polo, you trolling. Kobe fucked up Pat back every time. Wait a minute, I'm not understanding that logic, Mike. That logic's not making any sense. Now, okay, you just told me that Kobe killed Pat Bev every time. Okay, now Kobe is a guy that players feared to play with, right? But he never backed down from playing him. And Pat Bev was he was a young guy trying to, come into his own in his career. So the fact that he wanted to play against Kobe, which wasn't much, because you got to remember, you got to understand, that was two different positions right there. But was he afraid to guard Kobe? No, absolutely not. Now, was Kobe going to get his? Yeah. But if he could somewhat try to make it tough for him and make him work, hey, a shooter will respect a defender like that. No, I'm not saying that he was going to shut Kobe down. Nobody was going to completely shut Kobe down. That wasn't going to happen.
Man, Polo. I can't believe you said.
I'm glad you coming in. I'm glad you coming in here with that bullshit logic, man.
I can't believe you think Pat Bev could fuck with the Black Mamba, the one and only Black Mamba.
I did not say that.
Kobe Bryant dropped 35 on the head. Kobe Bryant averaged 35 points on that dude.
I did not say that he gonna.
Kobe Bryant averaged 30. Kobe averaged 35 points against Pat Bev Gardner.
You see why I can't say nothing?
Buckets.
I know that. I didn't say that.
Kobe Bryant owned Pat Bev. I ain't never seen Pat Bev hold Kobe Bryant under 20. I ain't never saw that shit.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then, Mike. So you trying to sit up here and try to put that bullshit telling me that you wouldn't want Pat Bev on your squad?
Hell no.
I bet you Kobe would. I bet you Kobe would want Pat Bev on the squad.
Man,
I bet you Jordan would want Pat Bev on the squad.
I bet you he won't. I bet you he won't.
I bet you they like motherfuckers like that. Why you think?
Man, Pat Bev don't play no defense. Man, stop it. Pat Bev ain't no defender.
Dog.
Man, stop it.
Dog. Pat Bev is a tenacious defender. You're not paying attention.
Man, I'll take Pat Bev straight to the low block, straight to the post, back his ass down, turn around, and get a jump up. It's not hard to go against Pat Bev. Going against Pat Bev ain't hard. You gotta have a mental for it. Booker don't have a mental. If I was going against Pat Bev, forget about the foul. I'm going right to his chest, right to his body, right to the low block, right to the post, and I'm getting easy buckets.
Okay, well, who you think gave Luka problems?
Luka soft. You give me soft. You give me dudes that are soft. You give me soft guys.
Nah, he's soft.
Luka been soft. That's not new. He been soft.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Booker, I ain't gonna call him soft, but he's soft.
Man, Booker's soft. He's soft. Anybody let Pat Bev punk you soft. Period. You don't do that.
You can't. Hey, that motherfucker Booker. Hey, Mike. That motherfucker Booker. I know Hitman. I know Hitman mad at me probably, man. But man, Booker was mad as hell last night. That motherfucker didn't want to even shake nobody's hand.
I wouldn't either.
That motherfucker. Hey, he walked out. Hey, he was the first one in the locker room. He pulled a LeBron James on everybody last night.
He should have pulled LeBron James after getting shut down and punked like that. When you get bumped like that, you should run.
Mike, I put it to you like this. You're more tougher than Booker would be.
Man, I would have took it straight to Pat Bell. I'll take it straight to his ass.
But he was trying to do everything that he could, and he just could not. He couldn't get around him. Every time he tried to drive on him, hey, Pat Bev was already there beating him to the spot. Every time he was chasing him around, he was trying to get some breathing room. He could not get no damn breathing room at all.
Why is he running? Why is he running? That's soft basketball. I ain't running from shit. I'm taking your ass one-on-one. I'll take Pat Bell one-on-one. Forget about the screen. Forget about all the run around the court. I'm taking Pat Bell one-on-one, man-to-man, straight to the rack.
Well, in a case like Pat Bell, you want to try your best to try to get away from a defender.
No, hell no. You have to. That ain't how I was taught how to basketball.
Listen. No. I'm not saying to be soft, not like that, man. But you want to establish a certain type of spacing between a guy like Pat Bev, because if you give him any, about basketball, Mike. Okay, look, if you give anybody any type of airspace, defender, if you give him any type of airspace, hey, that's good for you. You got a good shot. But if you don't give him no airspace, man, he gonna strip the ball. He gonna get in your chest. He gonna make it tough for you.
That Polo. You can only be stripped if you're weak. Simple as that. The only guys that get stripped is the guys who got weak hands. They got weak muscles. True, yeah, it is. I ain't never got stripped before. I ain't never got stripped.
Man, get out of here. You ain't played real basketball.
Yeah, I have played real basketball. Yes, I have. I have played real basketball. I know how to hold on to the ball. I'm never gonna be stripped.
You ain't never got stripped. You ain't never got blocked.
I ain't never got stripped. I might have been blocked, but not stripped.
Yeah, you might have. What you talking about? You might have, nigga. You got blocked.
I might have been blocked.
Have you been dunked on?
I don't get blocked off. I don't get blocked off, and no, I've never been dunked on. I don't give dunks.
You ain't played real basketball, man.
I ain't giving no dunk. I'll foul. Hey, Polo, I will foul somebody before I give him a dunk. I'll foul your ass first. You ain't dunking
nigga,
shit.
You can't foul. Nigga, you ain't gonna be able to foul nobody that's 6'9", nigga, that's gonna rise up above your ass.
Man, I will take your leg from my under you. I'll take your leg. How you gonna jump? If I got your leg, how you gonna jump?
So if John Morant was attempting to dunk on you, you gonna pull him out of the air.
I'm gonna grab his leg from the goddamn air. He ain't dunking shit.
That's fucked up, bro.
I ain't giving no dunks. I don't give up dunks. No sir. I'm taking your ass right from the air.
That's fucked up, man.
I want the most competitive dudes, man. You jump on me, I'm taking your leg. You ain't dunking shit. Period.
You dirty as a motherfucker, man.
And guess what? If I was going to get
you can't play football, nigga. This ain't football, nigga.
Hey, Polo. If I was going to get Pat Bell, I would destroy his ass. What you want to bet on that? Take it out right to the low block. Back his ass down.
Pat Bell. And you know the funny thing, too, about Pat Bell, Mike, he was a scorer in high school.
Yeah, I saw that. He's a real good scorer in high school, but man, but Polo, I think you're overhyping his defense, man.
I've always liked Pat Bell. I thought he was one of the. He deserved more honors than what he got and everything. You know, I've always liked Pat Bell.
When I fly to LA, Polo, when I fly to LA, I'm gonna go against Pat Bell, and I'm gonna show you that Pat Bell ain't shit.
Nigga. Hey, Mike, though, seriously, though, when you go to L.A., I want your ass to go to Rico Hines.
I hope Pat Bev there, too. So I can show him something.
I want you to go. Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you about Rico Hines, too. It's usually, like, invite. You have to go by, you have to be invited to play there. But they'll let you play. But if they see that you're not like NBA talent or you really can't play, they'll ask you to leave, man. that's how serious it is over there.
Man, I be Rico Hines, I be killing the shit. In order to play a Rico Hines, you gotta be quick. You can't be playing no slow ass basketball. You gotta be quick. Everything gotta be quick.
I want you, hey, when you go to LA, I want you to go to a Drew League game. I want you to go there, Mike. You enjoy it, and you just being there, it's gonna make you want to go straight to the court and start shooting like 1,000 jumpers. Cause you're gonna be like, man, I got to step my game up. Cause the talent that goes through there, Mike, it's unbelievable. It's unreal, man. You know, LA is where it's at, and they don't stop hooping in LA either. I know the pandemic, they kind of. I know Big Who was saying that they took off the rims and stuff like that, but usually they always hooping out there. You can always find the game out there.
Find some kind of hooping.
Yeah, you always gonna find a game out there. That's one of the things I like. I don't like going to a place and ain't nobody hooping and nothing like that. Shoot, not in New York, not in LA. You always gonna find a game everywhere. Everywhere, even in Atlanta, it's like that in Atlanta too. A lot of people don't know that in Atlanta, man, you can always find a game.
Yeah, Pat Bev. Yeah, if I was in LA, man, I would have to play a couple of people. I gotta play against Cash Nasty. I don't want to play Flight. He's too bummish. I'll go against Cash. I'll play against guys like Devontae Friga, Cash Nasty, J Law. I don't know if you heard of a guy named J Law, but J Law has some NBA pro runs as well. There's a bunch of NBA guys coming there and be hooping. So if I can hoop in J Law, man, that'd be nice too. J Law, Rico Hines, Devin in the Lab, dudes like that. Oh yeah, I'll be in there hooping.
Man, you gotta get in there, man.
Man, if I was in LA, it'd be easy to put out content. If I was in LA, I'd be putting out all kind of. Hey, I'll be having all kind of content coming out: 2v2, 3v3, 1-on-1.
Oh, okay. So that's what you were trying to do. I meant to check out the battle last night. You battled Big Chest again?
Yeah, I battled Big Chest, and it had a bunch of girls on there. You know, all the girls picked Big Chest, which is pathetic. I mean, because, you know, Polo, I need to explain to everybody what rap battle is. Okay, everybody thinks rap battle is just rapping. No, it's not. If you look at guys like when you watch Hitman Holla rap, you watch that rap with Hitman Holla? Okay, so since you didn't see it, okay, dudes think everybody thinks that rap battle, freestyle rap battle is just rapping. No, it's not. It's also you might be dancing, you might be doing a hand motion, right? You could be doing a head bop. You know what I'm saying? Rap battle is not just rap. It can be also your body movements, you know, as well. Right. You know, this ain't regular rap. This is freestyle. This is freestyle rap. Freestyle rap is different. Freestyle rap, they were saying, everybody kept saying I wasn't rhyming. You don't have to rhyme in a freestyle rap. Freestyle rap is not rhyming. You know what I'm saying? Freestyle is different. And freestyle rap, and freestyle rap, Polo, you might be talking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not all rap. You can be dancing, hand motions, different things.
Yeah, it's a cipher, man.
That's exactly it, Polo. And Polo, I went all out. Everybody saying, "Oh, why is he dancing? Why is he doing all this extra stuff?" Bro, you ain't watch rap battle? Like, bro.
I thought you won. Somebody said I saw on the thumbnail. I forgot. I think it was somebody had a LeBron James emoji, not emoji, but avatar. And it said, Goat Mike won. That's what it said on there.
Yeah, some people. A lot of folks believe I won, but then if you watch the video, I mean, some said Big Chest, some said me. So I think it's some biasness to it, but
yeah, I believe I won. Yeah, you got like 3 different competitions going. You got Hitman and basketball. Then you got you got Big Chest, with the rap. And then there's something else that I'm missing too. Well, of course, the debate. That's always gonna be a battle too, man. You got like 3 different competitions going, nigga.
Heck yeah, man.
No. You got a bet with Showtime. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, that's true. And I cooked. Hey, look. I take all the credit for the Clippers winning that game last night. You know why I say that, Polo? Hey, Polo, I went on Lamont's channel the other day, and we was chopping up on basketball. And I told Lamont kept saying, "You capping GOAT, Mike. You capping GOAT, Mike." I said, Lamont, whenever Terrence Mann plays big minutes for the Clippers, they look unstoppable. They look unbeatable. When Terrence Mann plays a lot of minutes, he looks. Bro, the team looks way better with him on the court. Lamont said, "Oh, you capping GOAT, Mike? You capping?" What happened last night? Terrence Mann played more. He played more minutes. What happened? They won.
Yeah, I mean, but we all know. But see, as much as we want to give Paul George and Terrence Mann, I say it was a combination of Terrence Mann and Patrick Bev that won that game.
Man, come on, Polo. We can't do that, Polo. Polo, all the stats. Polo, I had the stats to back it up, Polo. Polo, go pull up. Bro, Polo, go look up all the games they won. All the games they won, Polo, Terrence Mann has played 30 or more minutes. All of them.
I know. But
you go from every series, you go from the Jazz. Bro, Pat Bev did not have more impact than Terrence Mann.
Yes, he did.
That's cap.
No, he took Booker out of the game, the main scorer. Booker had 40 points, triple double the first game.
Let me ask you a serious question.
And he only had 15 points last night, man.
Bro, the game here's what I'm saying to you, Polo. The game where Booker had 40 points, Terrence Mann barely played. He barely even played. You still there? I don't know if you can hear me. Let me see that if it's just me.
Go, Mike. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. I can hear you now. Polo. That game with Booker had 40. Terrence Mann barely played.
I understand that.
But that's what I'm telling you, Polo. Terrence Mann's impact this whole playoff has been more than Pat Bev.
No. Well, okay. If you want to look at it like that, then you got it. You okay? From a scoring standpoint, yes, and rebounding, because he had that one rebound that he had, the offensive rebound when Zubac missed that dunk, that was a momentum changer.
But that's what I'm telling you, Polo. Terrence Mann's impact is more than Pat Bev. Every game they win.
Man, Pat Bev had Booker on lock. He only scored 15 points, GOAT, and he shot horrible.
I can't believe we're giving Pat Bev more credit than Terrence Mann. Not for the whole. I'm talking about last night. Even for that game, bro. Come on, Polo. We all Polo. We can't be serious, bro.
I'm gonna do a vote. Hey, next time we got a lot of people in here. I got to do a vote for this, because everybody gonna tell you that it was Pat Bev.
Man, anybody pick Pat Bev or Terrence Mann, they smoking dope.
Some people didn't even think that Paul George. I mean, he had 27 points, but he really didn't. I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't a strong impact. And this is my thing. I'm gonna let you go, Mike, too. All right, look. Sometimes, man, you don't even have to score a lot of points. Okay, True the King was asking yesterday. He said, he was doing a round table, and he was talking about a well-rounded player versus, a player that's, I think, like a superstar, something like that. And a well-rounded player has like more impact, because if you could control a game with your defense and on both ends of the floor without scoring, that makes you just as effective as a player. And that's what Patrick Beverly did. He neutralized Devin Booker. Now, am I saying? I think you're getting it twisted, Mike. You think I'm saying Patrick Bev gonna go out and get buckets like Terrence Mann? No, Terrence Mann can hoop. Terrence Mann can fucking hoop. But last night it was Pat Bev, man.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but I don't think you like Dead Homie. That's what it is. You don't like Dead Homie.
No. Look. Here's my thing, Polo. You're ignoring the fact. You're ignoring the fact that Terrence Mann is the reason why they're here. No Terrence Mann, they don't even get this far. They would have lost another round. And look, I'm not even look. I'm gonna tell you right now, Polo. If Terrence Mann had played more minutes in game 1 and 2, the Clippers would have had a 2-0 lead or 3-0 lead right now. The Clippers are only down in the series because Terrence Mann is not being respected. Terrence Mann barely played in game 1 and 2. If Terrence Mann, Polo, I could bet you everything at home, Polo. If Terrence Mann played at least 30 minutes in game 1 and 2, the Clippers don't lose those games. That's the facts. Terrence Mann could have won those games.
Well, the thing about
it. And Polo, here's what I'm going off of, Polo. Here's what I'm going off of, Polo. In the first half of both games, when Terrence Mann played in the first half of game 1 and 2, the game was close. Once Terrence Mann got benched, that's when the game got out of hand in game 1 and 2. That's how I know.
The game was close all the time. You see, they only lost by 6 the first game, and then the second game they only lost by 1.
No, but here's what I'm saying, Polo. They was looking. Polo, here's the context of what I'm saying, Polo. When Terrence Mann played in the first half of game 1 and 2, the Clippers look unguardable. They look untouchable when Terrence Mann was in the game in those first two halves. That's what I'm saying. They look untouchable. It wasn't just about the game being close. They look untouchable. When you put Terrence Mann with Paul George, they look untouchable. That's the fact. That's the problem you're ignoring. When Terrence Mann got benched, Polo, I don't think you see what I'm saying. I don't think you. No. I don't think you recognize what I'm saying.
No, I do. I get everything that you're saying. Yeah, Mike,
they ain't supposed to be down no 2-0. They ain't supposed to be. I'm telling you, they play
Cake. I see you in the building, man. No,
all they had to do, Polo, was play him 30 minutes in game 1 and 2. They'd be up 3-0 right now.
Right. Hey, Mike, listen. What I'm about to say is about to surprise you. I agree with what you're saying. I've been on Ty Lue's head. I'm like, what did I call? Mike, you was on the stream with me. What did I call Ty Lue?
You call him something.
I called him the Ginobili of coaching, because I was just like, I said, look, what are you doing? Because my biggest thing was about, I did mention Terrence Mann, but another thing is I'm like, okay, Boogie, give Boogie some more damn minutes. You know what I'm saying? Those were my two things. And then also Pat Bev barely he barely played as well. So I agree with what you're saying, but I'm talking about just for this game alone. I'm talking about in a one-on-one psychological battle, psychological warfare. That game was won by Pat Bev. If you want to look at offense, him scoring, all that, Terrence Mann, yeah, he was a beast, and so was Paul George.
All they gotta do, Polo, all they gotta do, if they just play Terrence Mann 30 minutes the next 3 games, the Clips won 3. Look, if Ty Lue plays Terrence Mann 30 minutes the next 3 games, the Clippers could win 3 straight. But the problem is Ty Lue don't have the brains to do that shit. All they gotta do is play Terrence Mann 25, 30 minutes. They're gonna win the next 3 games flat.
If they do that, plus doing what they did, if they keep sticking to what they're doing right now, I feel like, man, they'll be in the finals. They'll be in the finals.
What did they do though, Polo? They put. I gotta give half the credit. I give half the credit to Pat Bev and the other half to Terrence Mann.
Okay, so you giving Pat Bev some credit. That's all I wanted you to do, Mike. Was give
I gotta break those two even because you look at it, whenever Pat Bev, Terrence Mann, and Paul on the court, now you have three elite defenders on the court at all times.
What is it about Pat Bev that you don't like, Big Mike?
Well, look, Terrence Mann is just he just playing like he's doing some things that I didn't think he had in his bag. And me about Pat Bev is I think I don't think Pat Bev is as good as Terrence Mann. That's just me.
Well, he's not. Of course he's not.
Terrence Mann got the length. He got the athletic ability. I'm telling you, Polo, if they just play Terrence Mann, Pat Bev, and Paul George 30 minutes, bro, this series is over in 5.
It could have been. And Mike, I got to give you credit, man. I got to give you your flowers, bro. No homo, or pause or whatever. Look, they really could have swept. They could have swept Phoenix if doing what you had said to do, and also by figuring out that Pat Bev, could just be a pest for Booker.
Hey, a matter of fact, Polo. Whenever you watch those games, I'm telling you, bro, in the first half when Terrence Mann played with Pat Bev and Paul George, they look untouchable.
Yeah, they did. You're right.
If you're Tyronn Lue, why are you taking out? Look, if Terrence Mann had been in the game late of both of those games, they don't lose those games.
You're right.
Because if we're keeping it 100, Polo, whenever they double team Paul George, if Terrence Mann's on the court, now you can't double.
That's facts.
Now you're forced to play man to man. Tyronn Lue's an idiot.
Yeah, that's why I said he's an idiot for good reason. He'll sit up there, hey, Mike, I know you were screaming at the TV, like, man, why didn't you do this shit a long time ago? Like that's what I be saying to Tyronn Lue.
They could have been in the finals already. They could have already been there.
You're right. That's what everybody said.
They ain't here wasting sweat. Wasting energy, like bro, just play 10 minutes, 30 minutes, get it over with.
So
it's not rocket science.
Okay, so you think that, I think that the Clippers, man, Hitman, you my guy, man. But I think that the Clippers can steal 2 in Phoenix.
They can steal 2 in Phoenix if they play Terrence Mann 25, 30 minutes. That's the key. They gotta play Terrence Mann. Bro, look, Apollo. If the Clippers had a good coach like a Larry Brown or Phil Jackson or Pat Riley, bro, they would have swept the Suns. No way, bro. If you have Larry Brown, Pop, or Phil or Pat Riley, bro, those coaches would not have no Terrence Mann on no bench. That is not happening.
Hey, I gotta ask you something too, Mike. Hey, you know Jason Kidd is with the Mavericks now, right?
Even Jason Kidd ain't that stupid. Even he would have had Terrence Mann playing 40 minutes.
Yeah, Jason Kidd got hired by the Mavericks. How you think that's gonna work out, man? He over here in our city, man.
I actually don't like that move. If I was the Lakers, I would have let Frank go and let Frank go to the Mavericks. And I would have kept Jason Kidd. So losing Jason Kidd
as the head coach.
I would have Jason Kidd as the head coach than Frank. But we actually kept the wrong coach. So shame on the Lakers. The Lakers have already proven me they're not trying to win a chip. You kept Frank Vogel. You let Kidd go. Man, hey, look, that's a great move for the Mavericks, but it's a bad move for the Lakers. So it's a.
What about Mike Brown?
Mike Brown for who?
For the Lakers, because remember Mike Brown coached LeBron.
I would like Mike Brown, but LeBron don't like Mike Brown. So, those two got a bad history. So Mike Brown can coach. He can coach his ass off. But LeBron doesn't like too much coaching. He likes coach to let him come in and do what he do. So I don't know. Look. Here's what I'm saying, Polo. LeBron James, he respect guys that coach and play. Like for example, Apollo, LeBron, he would respect Jason Kidd because Kidd played the game. He's not gonna respect Mike Brown. True. So that's my thing on it. He's not gonna respect Brown because Brown didn't play. LeBron loves coaches that not only coach but they play. A guy like Kidd, he'll respect Kidd because Jason Kidd one of the best passers of all time. So he would definitely respect Kidd for sure. But he's never gonna respect Mike Brown.
I think you know who else I think he'll respect. He will respect Carlisle.
Yeah, he would. He respect Carlisle, but that's only but like it's only two coaches that he'll respect in the NBA. There's only certain people he'll respect. Like he'll respect Pop, he'll respect Phil Jackson, coaches like that. But don't give LeBron an Eric Spoelstra, a Paul Silas, a Mike Brown, or David Blatt. Don't do that to yourself.
Paul Silas played though.
Paul Silas played, but you know, I mean, I don't know why LeBron and him had that beat. I don't know what maybe something happened behind the scenes we don't know about. They call those two that be like that because I heard.
I'll tell my bad. I mean, cut you off, brother. I'll tell you what happened. See, when LeBron had came in, okay, this is what happened. They figured out that LeBron, he was super talented, and this was Paul Silas and everything. They figured out that this guy was super talented and everything, but what they started to notice is that LeBron, that's when he started to develop that reputation of him not being, you know, uncoachable, and he kind of needs to do his own offense. Like he needs to do his own thing. That's why they call it the LeBron James system and stuff. And so that's where the clash had came, because it was a lot of friction within the Cavs organization, because you got to think about who was there. Him and Ricky Davis, they clashed. He clashed with you know, remember Darius Miles was there, DeJuan Wagner was there. He was clashing with different guys like that, and they kept saying, well, this guy, he can't do this and he can't do that and everything like that. They were saying that about LeBron, but he was just super talented that, you know, he was finding guys, you know, with the no look pass all the way from damn near half court and stuff like that. And so how could you deny that type of talent? But they started to move people and build those pieces around him to get guys that just, okay, you're just going to do this, you're just going to do that, and you're just going to let LeBron do his own thing. Because you got to think about it. I want you to go back and go look at the way LeBron James played. You'll see that, you know, everybody really has to change. They have to change their game in order to be structured around LeBron. And that's what they began. They started to notice that. Paul Silas noticed that early, and that the Cavs, you know, that's why he clashed. Like you said, he clashed with Mike Brown. He clashed with Paul Silas. He clashed with Eric Spoelstra in the beginning. But I give Eric Spoelstra props. Hold on, what's that? Man, you up in here chatting. But what's up, Annie K? I see you in the building. Hey, Annie K, you need to check out Goat Mike rap battle. You know, I think Annie K likes music too. Go check out his rap battle.
Hey, Polo. Polo. Let's keep this a buck, Polo. It's not about the coach. Well, it's not about the coach. Well, my thing is this: if Paul Silas had been Phil Jackson, LeBron would have took it way better if it had been Phil Jackson. LeBron's that kind of dude. He needs certain people to tell him stuff. You know, hey Polo. You know how Polo. I don't know if you have kids or not, Polo. But like you know how a kid ask their dad or their mom something. Okay, so for example, Polo, you got 3 kids. Okay, let's say your kids say, okay, I I could take this heat. Like, for example, let's say the dad tell me something. I might not like how he's saying it, but if my mom say it to me, I'll take it from her differently. Some people are like that. Some people are like, okay, I can take it from you. I can't take it from you. Mm-hmm. Even though it's the exact same thing. So all the things Paul Silas told LeBron, Phil Jackson, LeBron took it different because it's Phil Jackson. Some people are like that, you know what I'm saying? For example, right. Your kids might take one thing one way with you, different with her, or one way with her and different from you. I don't say that to be rude, you know. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm just saying like some people are kind of. It is some people are kind of like that, like a Polo, even in a job. Is that right? Okay, give me like 10:30. So it's kind of like that's my big bro. So Polo, it's kind of like okay. So Polo, let's say I have two bosses, right? I got the store manager and the co-manager. Okay, if the store manager tell me the exact same thing as the co-manager, I might not take it from the store manager, but I accept it from the co-manager. Some people are just like that. It takes stuff from certain people, you know, even though it's the exact same thing, they take it differently. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's facts. You spitting facts right now. People like you have a brother, right? You got a little brother.
I got a little brother. He might take something different from me,
right?
Than compared to somebody else.
Right, exactly. Listen, but listen to this. Hey, what's up, Luda Ryder? I see you in the building. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to. I think he'll adapt to it, but I don't think he'll be able to fully. He wouldn't like the triangle offense. Now, okay, Mike, to get back to what you were saying, because I like this topic. Okay, that's just the same thing with you. Like, let's say your dad, he constantly telling you to take the trash out. Mike, if you don't take the garbage out, I'm gonna take away your PS5. I'm getting rid of it and everything. Well, him doing that, that's his way of doing that. Like if you don't do what he says, it's the negative reinforcement. But if your brother, let's say your brother, like let's say you had an older brother and you like the way your brother is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get into it every now and then, but your brother told you, hey Mike, man, you're not gonna be able to go to that party, man, tonight and turn up if you don't take that garbage out. It's gonna sound better coming from your brother than your pops, because you're gonna be shaking in your shoes. It's like, damn, man, I gotta take it. I'm on edge about my PlayStation. But with your brother, it's like, okay, hey, look, I understand what you're saying, and then your brother can actually sit down. Y'all, you know, let's say y'all go hoop and y'all shooting and everything. You tell him, man, Dad getting on my nerves, or you know, Mom's, man, they getting on my nerves. But he'll sit there and he'll tell you, okay, hey, Mike, man, I went through the same thing that you went through. And, you know, I'm just saying, if you had an older brother, well, then you'll be able to understand it. And then you'll understand, okay, look, this is why I needed to take the trash out. Because if I don't take care of my responsibilities, or, you know, whatever obligations or whatnot, then there's repercussions and consequences to my action. You might not have seen it in the beginning, but your brother understood it more than what you did. It's just that you were younger and you still had to grow. So it's like kind of like what you said, man. You speaking facts on what you had just said, man. And LeBron, he needed time to grow. He needed time to grow and understand that. He's still kind of somewhat set in his ways a little bit, because he still has to play on his own. But he kind of, LeBron, I give him a little credit. He tried to play off the ball just a little bit, but he's just too impatient though when it comes to winning.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Luda Ryder, I hate to say it, brother, but you on cap. You mean to tell me if you mean to tell me if Phil Jackson had a young LeBron James, he could, bro? If Phil Jackson can crack MJ, if he can crack Kobe Bryant, man, I could bet the house on it. Phil Jackson would have LeBron James in that triangle offense playing real basketball. That's not cap. Phil Jackson is one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Phil would, but if it was like, let's say Ty Lue,
Oh, he's nobody.
Yeah, but he won a championship with him.
Who's gonna listen to Ty Lue?
Ty Lue played.
But the thing, LeBron ain't listen to Ty Lue though. He ain't listen to Ty Lue nothing he was saying.
Nah, he listened to Ty Lue.
No, but what I'm saying, he would listen to guys like Phil Jackson way more than he would have Ty Lue.
Hey, I tell you who he was listening to, Go. Now that you bring this up, I wish he was a coach. I wish he would have came up from the college ranks, but he chose to stay in the college. That motherfucker, Juwan Howard. Juwan Howard. They were actually a lot of guys were interested in Juwan Howard. And hey, Luda Ryder. Hey man, that's why I told you to wait this morning because about that the news that broke or whatever about Jason Kidd, man. But hey, Juwan Howard. Hey, LeBron had the ultimate respect for Juwan Howard in Miami.
Juwan Howard kept him in check.
Yeah. You know, he gonna listen to a player like Juwan Howard because Juwan Howard played in the league. He was a part of the Fab Five. You know, that was his story. You know, they broke barriers. The Fab Five. If it wasn't for the Fab Five, hey Mike, we wouldn't be doing some of this. Because I say we because I play ball and you play ball. We wouldn't be doing some of the stuff that we would be doing. That's just like when you were trolling about the Harlem Globetrotters. Man, people might laugh at the Harlem Globetrotters and stuff like that, but if it wasn't for them, Mike, we wouldn't be doing some of the stuff that we'd be doing, man. So you gotta pay homage to them.
I'm better than the Globetrotters, Polo. Let's keep it a buck.
Nigga, hey, you know what? Hey, go. Next time they come down here, and if you're around, hey, I'll take your ass to a Globetrotter game. They'll let you play, nigga. They'll let you play one-on-one.
I take the ankles and all.
Hey, they pull, like, let's say, like, you brought because I know you say you got a young brother. Let's say you brought your little brother there. They pull the little kids and let them play in the game and stuff like that. They be doing stuff like that.
Hey, we got to be playing 5-on-5 basketball.
Nah,
I'm gonna get some good content. I gotta film that shit.
Yeah, that would be real because a lot of people they like the Globetrotter and they games be packed too, man. It don't be like no 1-2 people there. Them games be packed. I went to one. I went to 2 when I was younger. I haven't been since I've been an adult. When I was young, I went to 2 of them. And they really can hoop, man.
I'm gonna have Lamont jealous, Polo. I'm gonna have Lamont jealous.
Why are you gonna have Lamont jealous?
He gonna be like, oh, good Mike's playing on trash people. Everybody, hey, Polo. Everybody I beat, Lamont think is trash.
Hey, no, hold on. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Hey, my daddy used to tell me, take out the trash or make it butt red. He said LeBron will never listen to a great coach. What you think about that, Go?
Lose our Hall of Fame cat. You know what, Polo? Hey, Polo. Let me explain to you why he's a Hall of Fame cat.
Why?
My dad used to always tell me, man, I never believe you will lose this weight. I don't believe you're gonna do nothing in life. I said, okay, watch this. Lost weight. I'm making some big noise. You know what? You know, Polo. My coach used to always say,
"You was overweight, right?"
Man, I used to be 400-some pounds, dude.
Shut the fuck up, for real.
I used to be 400+ pounds. Everybody kept telling me, "Yo, you're not losing weight."
Nah. I'm not letting you get away with that shit, nigga. I need to see it side by side, nigga. And I know you know about computers and shit. Like, for real, man.
I used to be real fat, and everybody used to say, "Oh, he's not losing weight. He loves to eat. He loves to do this and that." I said, "Okay, watch this." And also, Polo, my coach used to always say, "Your work ethic is trash." You know what I did? I showed him that, look, I'm going to change my work ethic and be better. You know, whenever you say, bro, in life, Polo, I learned one thing: never say never. You can say never all you want, but you don't know what time gonna tell. LeBron might say, "Okay, I'm actually show people that I can change, do something." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what LeBron can do. You don't know. Damn, you can't sit here and say never. Never is a bad word, Polo. You know?
When did you start losing it? Was this in high school or what? Like when?
I started losing weight because when I was in school, everybody started to say, "You're never gonna lose weight. You're never gonna lose weight." I said, "Watch this. I'm gonna make you eat that word," and I went and lost all that weight down. So Polo, I'm just saying, Polo, never say never. Polo, somebody told me I would never get a job. You know what I did? Got a job. And somebody said you would never get strong. Got strong. You would never get a jump shot. Got a jump shot. So Polo, one thing I learned: never say never. Never is a bad word to use. That's a real bad word.
No,
when I hear guys say never, man, LeBron might shock your ass. He might shock your ass. Okay, Phil Jackson in here? Okay, yes sir, how you doing? Because look, Phil Jackson's not afraid to bench no fucking body. He don't give a damn. Phil Jackson ain't afraid of nobody. He ain't afraid of MJ. He ain't afraid of Kobe. He ain't afraid of LeBron. That dude would bench LeBron. I'm telling you, man, Phil Jackson gonna earn respect in that locker room. You let Phil go to that team with LeBron James, LeBron can't do shit. That's a fact. Phil Jackson, how much I want to bet LeBron can't fire Phil Jackson? You know why? Phil Jackson is lives in LA. Everybody loves Phil Jackson in LA. LeBron can't do shit to Phil Jackson. He can talk shit about him. He can ask to fire him. They ain't gonna fire that man. They ain't fire. Jeannie Buss ain't firing no Phil Jackson for no LeBron James. Man, LeBron can talk all this shit about him. LeBron can complain, cry, and whine, and all that shit. And I'm telling you now, Phil Jackson would own LeBron James on the Lakers. Either you doing what I say, or you're getting out, or you're on the bench. Take your choice. Get out, get on the bench, or do what I'm saying. Period. Phil Jackson ain't no pushover, especially in LA. If LeBron had came to LA with Phil Jackson, man, I'm telling you now, LeBron James would not be trying to fire people. I'm telling you, Phil Jackson will humble LeBron James, and that's a fact. Luke Wilder can say Phil can't do shit for LeBron. Man, stop it. Phil Jackson, he one of the most greatest coaches of all time. I don't see LeBron James punking Phil Jackson. I don't see that. This ain't Paul Silas. This ain't Tyronn Lue. This ain't David Black. This ain't what's that black coach? Mike Brown. Man, stop it. Phil Jackson would own LeBron James on the Lakers. That's a fact. And look. I ain't talking about now, Phil Jackson. I'm talking about when Phil Jackson first came to the league. If LeBron had that Phil Jackson, oh my God, LeBron couldn't do shit. All LeBron could do is say, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir." That's it.
I don't think LeBron.
I see that. I can see that now. Because guess what? They ain't gonna fire Phil Jackson. You know what Shaq said about Phil Jackson? Shaq, Polo, I don't know this Polo, but Shaq tried to get Phil fired. What happened?
I'm in a bad area right now. Oh, okay. Lou is gonna try to talk. I think he wanted to respond to that. Hey, Lou, come back in, man, because I'm pretty sure Goat wanna chop it up with you, man.
And that's what I'm saying, Polo. Do you know how many guys try to get Phil fired on the Lakers? It didn't work. Why it didn't work? It's Phil Jackson.
Who was it that was trying to get him fired?
You had Shaq get into it. Yeah, Shaq. Whenever Shaq got into it, remember how Shaq got mad at the team because he felt like he wouldn't get enough shot attempts. I gotta start.
Yeah.
I'm coming down. Shaq got mad about attempts. Then he got mad about his contract. Remember that?
Yeah, but he wasn't gonna get rid of Phil on that.
They never gonna get rid of Phil Jackson, man. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah.
But hey, Polo, I gotta start heading to work, Polo.
No, man. Hey, pull up later, man. I got two more streams to do, so pull up when you can.
All right, Polo. I'm doing a half day today, so I'm gonna definitely pull up later though.
All right, no problem. Hey, y'all salute to Goat, man, and y'all sub to his channel, man. He got 2 channels. That's Goat Mike, one man band, and Big Big Mike Lakers channel.
All right, I appreciate it, Polo. I'll definitely check in with you.
All right, man. You have a good one, man. Hey, y'all, listen, man. We have to in life, man. You always got to understand that you can never say never. See, man, that guy right there. Everybody that's listening, he was 400 pounds. Might weigh close to 400 pounds, and he was able to lose it. You gotta have a never quit attitude, a never say die attitude. And see, that's why a lot of these NBA players, that's why they're there today. That's why, like Patrick Beverly, he's there. Okay, is he the greatest player in the world? No, he's not. But he was able to shut down a player like Devin Booker. He was able to just do everything on defense, do his job. They paid him to do one thing, and he did his job. He did his job, plain and simple. And that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. You can't quit. You can't quit with anything. How many people want to sit up here and hear somebody crying and whining about some of the stuff that they never got to accomplish? No, go out and go get it. Go out and go get it, man. So look, it was good to have Goat Mike on the channel. It was good to have Lou Ryder Sports. Make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to my boy Lou Ryder Sports. Definitely got good content. Always giving a lot of breaking stories as well. I want to also salute to Annie K. Salute to Think Tank. Salute to Blackface Sports. I appreciate y'all for pulling up and showing love. Until then, it's Polo Sports Talk and Redcon. Redcon, I'll see you in there too, man. I appreciate y'all for showing up. Until then, it's Polo Sports Talk and ENT, also Polo Sports News Plus. And y'all have a good one.